Here's a quick demo from my friends at Emory University about the deployment tool. I'm going to show you basically what it does. It certainly does everything that you requested and quite a bit more. So first thing I do is I find out what's on the network. I hit scan, and this is going to show me everything that is currently on the network. So it just quickly went out there and pinged for any Vadio products. These are the 4 products that I have currently set up on there, so it's found them all automatically. If I look at devices, it's going to show me everything that I've ever hooked up and connected. So you're going to see a lot of reds here. That means they're no longer even on. They're in fact not even connected. So one key thing here is if I'm looking at my network connected devices, I can say, ooh, something's missing here. Those were on there before. One of the coolest features that I use all the time is I can just simply click on the IP address of the product and open up its web page. So I can go in here, adjust it, do whatever the heck I want to do, actually make changes. This is a switcher as well as a bridge products, the Easy IP mixer. So a lot of functionality built into here, currently in as admin. Any of our products simply launch their web GUI from there right there. You asked about firmware updates. You'll see little yellow dots next to all these firmware here. That means that firmware is now available, an updated firmware for that. One of my connected devices here is the EasyIP20. I'm going to go ahead and tell it to install latest firmware. What it's going to do is go out to the Vadio website and it's going to download the newest firmware. It's going to install that and it's going to reboot that camera. So it's that easy as to install that. In fact, I could highlight all of my products and I can go here and say install latest firmware, and it will do it for every product that has a new firmware available. I think you asked whether it was on or not. You'll see here this Easy IP mixer is currently on not on standby, but I can click it on standby and you'll see that it automatically goes that way. If I were just looking at this, I can see that the video is off and that the audio is off. Currently streaming is on. It's going through my USB stream. So it shows that basic information. Because that's hooked up to the Easy IP, automatically that guy went on standby as well. You can see as we're doing this, the device is already installing the firmware as well. So there you go. Other functionality that is in here is basic things. Let's say someone calls and says, I can't hear. Well, I can see that their audio is mute. I can actually remotely unmute or mute that as well. Sometimes cameras get bumped, or conference shot cameras, if they get misaligned, you can calibrate them. I can just hit a button here and calibrate them as well. This was added based on feedback from customers to change the passwords. We know that sometimes passwords are hard to manage. I can actually highlight the whole pile of them and change my passwords for both the admin and the users universally across that whole way. Expert data is one of the most important functions as well. We're going to do a lot of setups. We're going to set up macros. We're going to do little audio settings and this and that every time we set this up. Well, instead of having to go into every room and do that, I can actually make one room ideally the way I want, and then I can export those same settings across all of the products as well. So not only can I export from one, obviously I can take that and install it on a like product otherwise. Those are the basic functions. I can see a little bit more information if I click that little button there about what the stream rate is and where it was found and this and that type of things. We continue to work on additional enhancements over time. We've already made about 4 releases on the deployment tool, so it just keeps getting better and better. A lot of information, a lot of abilities to save information and things like that. If you want to give us feedback, there is a feedback button somewhere. I have to remember where it is. There it is. On the help screen, you can send feedback. So my friends at Emory, anytime you wanted to tell us, ooh, it would be really cool if it did this, well, just hit that button, let us know. Obviously, give us a call, email as well would work. If we go back and look at the devices, you'll see the Easy IP10 was 1.00. Now it is 1.10. Back and on. I'm going to turn that guy back on, and we are good to go. Just thought that quick video would be helpful to you. Hope you're having a fantastic day and enjoy your evening. Thanks.